Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be very exciting because I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / first impressions of a lot of new makeup products that I've been really wanting to try. Some of them I did kind of cheat on, and I did try them before this initial video, so I got so excited. I was really interested to see if these products really did work as a beauty guru said. I watch a lot of beauty influencers on YouTube, and a lot of them inspire me. I will be doing another video on actually beauty influencers that have inspired me to do my channel, and as you can see, I'm completely barefaced, and I will be trying out a lot of products that beauty influencers have put on their channel that said that have worked, that have promised that these are their go-to product. As you can see, I have a lot of redness, so I am testing out a product today for redness. So to get rid of the redness, you can use it as a neutralizing cream. You can wear it by itself or under your foundation. Without further ado, let's get started. For the first product, we have the It Cosmetics by Redness Neutralizing Grunting Cream. It looks like this, and it actually comes in a jar that looks like that. And when you open it up, it almost looks like it's not gonna be my shade. Looks like this. So obviously this isn't gonna match me, but when you put it on your skin, it actually looks like it's gonna match. And it comes with a lot on the top, so I'm just gonna actually dig off that. Let me see. Box, if you're reading just a little bit more information about this product. It is an anti-aging and skin-loving product. It says it was developed with plastic surgeons and dermatologists, and it's clinically tested. So this is supposed to get rid of all the redness that I have. I did see this product from Stephanie Lange. I think that's how you say her last name. She is awesome. I love her YouTube channel. You should probably check that one out. Mostly every product that I'm testing out today is from a beauty influencer. I have worn this product before. I wore it a few days ago, and I was actually really impressed with it. I don't have redness as bad as others, so I know that this product won't work for everyone. I did wear it alone that day because I was really surprised by the coverage amount. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a little bit of product and I'm gonna start sweeping it on my face. And what I learned is a little goes a long way. So I'm just gonna take what I dabbed and I'm gonna kind of mush it all over my face. Now, as you can tell, the coverage already is really, I mean, it's very pigmented, but I'm just going to add this in. So the consistency is a little thicker than I would say a moisturizer, but it's not so thick to where if I put foundation over it, I would feel like I was super cakey. It's very, very lightweight. It actually surprisingly isn't very thick. This does retail for about $36, I believe. I will link it below in the description box so you can buy it. I purchased mine from Ulta. So far I'm pretty satisfied with the coverage again. Like I said, a little goes a long way. I literally just dabbed once in this little, the top it comes in, and it really just covered most of this up, so I really didn't have to do much work. I'm just kind of smoothing it into the skin, kind of rubbing it in there, getting it really good into the pores because I have humongous pores. I really want to cover those up as much as possible. I'm not somebody that likes to have usually a lightweight coverage. I like something more full coverage. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it did cover up a lot of my redness. A little bit of redness right here, on the bridge of my nose, and also through the peaks of the cheeks. But if you're just wanting a natural day, or you're wanting something that's just going to cover up a few little blemishes, this might work for you, but do I think it's worth the $36? No. I think honestly you could get a lightweight coverage, probably from the drugstore, and get one, and it would cost you, you know, $10 or less. They make foundations that have lightweight coverage, and for $36, that's as much as almost a foundation cost, or some of them do cost around that amount, so I do not think this is worth it. It works, you know, it does work a lot, but I mean, I can still see some of my redness peeking through, and I did apply a little bit more so that way I could, you know, build it up a little bit. I didn't want to put too much on because I didn't want any cakey. So for foundation, I wanted to change it up. This foundation I've seen all over YouTube. Really wanted to give it a try. It's supposed to be for like basically if you're going to an event, anything like that. So this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I'm gonna be trying this one out today and see how it works with my damp beauty blender. I usually just put it on my hand at first, and then I just kind of dab it on. I don't really need a ton of coverage. I say that, I'm gonna put it all over my face. So let's talk about why I started YouTube. The reason I started YouTube is because I really love makeup and I'm addicted to it and I buy it so much. I'm constantly obsessed with it. I really wanted to connect with other people that are like me, and I got to the point where I was spending every day on YouTube where I would just sit here and watch Jaclyn Hill forever or Tati. You know, those are just some of my favorites. And I got to a point where I was obsessed with it. I couldn't not watch it, and I just, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and I just kept thinking, okay, at what point am I gonna do it? And it's, it's really scary. It's really scary to put yourself on the internet, and it's scary in general to think, what if I fail, or what if this, what if that? And the thing is, I don't really have much expectations from this at all. I'm not thinking, what if I don't, turn into Jaclyn Hill tomorrow? Like, that's not really, where I'm going with it. I think that, it's awesome that we all love makeup and there's room for everybody in this community to, learn about makeup and learn about different things. That's why I came to YouTube originally, is because, I love makeup and I want to connect with other people that love makeup too. So long-term wise, I would love to, maybe like have my own makeup line or something. That would be a huge dream of mine. I've always wanted to do that. I really would like to focus on people that have rosacea. Like I just showed you, with the cosmetics, although that's really awesome that they came out with that product, it didn't cover everything. And I really just want to find a product that would cover everything, so thick and cakey. And I know like NikkieTutorials, she's one of my favorites too. And I know that Nikki has a lot of redness too, and she uses, I think, the Huda Beauty faux filter, so I need to check that one out. She's raved about that for a while, and that's apparently her holy grail foundation. So I love Nikki. I think she's incredibly talented. So I watch YouTube all the time, and I really love the community, but honestly, it's got to the point where I watch videos and it's like, there's like no shade at all. I just code this, like everyone's trying to throw out codes, and although that's fine, I just feel like it's so hard as a consumer or as a person that doesn't really have all this money to go out and spend all this money on a product. I went out and bought a lot of products that beauty gurus have said, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And I went and bought it and it wasn't awesome. I spent a lot of money on it, and it's not a good feeling. Everything I've said are good and they actually do work. So I'm happy about that. I really like this foundation, although I think, again, the redness, I'm never just gonna find anything that covers it up. So I'm gonna bring in the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm not even sure what beauty influencer introduced me to this, because I saw this so much, and Jaclyn Hill was using it. James Charles uses it. Pretty much, there's a lot of them that were using it. So I'm just gonna swipe it underneath. Just casual. Put it on. This will get rid of the redness too, so it'll at least make it a little bit better, so I'm not. I think when it comes to beauty influencers and trying to figure out which ones to watch, which ones, I've really started watching a lot of them, and then I kind of trail off, and then I watch other people more, and I kind of go back to the same ones. I've watched Jaclyn Hill for many years, and I stopped watching her, and I found a few other ones that I was really loving, and I just got a bad taste in my mouth about them. And it's not necessarily anything to do with all the drama that's constant in the beauty community, because that's what's gonna happen regardless, especially it seems like in YouTube you see so much drama all the time. I feel like how people handle it is another thing. What makes them different, how they handle it, what they say about the situation or what they don't say. I think that says a lot about a person, is when you can walk away and just don't say anything. You don't have to sit there and, convince people that you were in the right, or, have your followers attack other people because, you felt like you were in the right, and you're having all them attack you. Having them attack them for you. So I just don't think that's cool. I've watched so many people, and a lot of times, you know, from the, you know, a lot of times from the opposite side of the fence, you sit here and you watch all these people and you're like, well, I wonder what this person actually like in real life. Is this person really the snake that everyone's saying they are? Or, you know, you wonder that kind of stuff. You know, you wonder, you know, who I'm watching, who are they really in real life? It's really hard to start watching somebody when you don't really know who they are. Because, you know, although I could just watch YouTube videos and leave it at that, I like to watch people that I know are trustworthy, that are gonna tell me up front if they like something or not because they were paid X amount of dollars to say, hey, I like this and this is why. Now I know there's like paid promotions, that kind of stuff, and I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole with this whole conversation, but this is why I started my YouTube channel, is because, you know, I want to connect with other people and I want to do kind of stuff, but I want to have a channel where people can like, okay, I want to trust her because she's actually telling me the truth. People look at your channel and think, okay, promotion, and think, okay, which one is legit? Which one's going to be legit? Which one is going to be the person that I'm going to trust? Because if you're sitting here watching a video and every time you're like, code this, I mean, it gets very, you know, I have no problem with like self-promoting, like do what you want, but I feel like at a certain point it's kind of like, what's going on now? I just want to make a channel that was something that somebody could come online and say, okay, what is happening? Like, what's the real tea on it? So the next product I'm going to be using is by Cody Airspun, and it's the loose face powder. She found this by Tati's recommendation, and she's raved about this for a long time. Now, I know it comes in a few different colors, but I have the naturally neutral color, and that is because it was the only color that was in stock when I got to Walmart. So I haven't even used this powder at all, so I'm actually very interested to see. I'm going to peel the tape off. I don't know why I always smell stuff, but I just feel like I should. First glance at this powder is it's extremely soft. I mean, I would say this is even softer than my Laura Mercier, which I'm really addicted to that one, so I'm a little interested to see how this goes on the skin. Wow. I really love the way this feels. I'm not really digging the way it smells. It has a very, I don't know, it smells like baby powder almost. I know it sounds weird. I'm not really somebody, if you notice, I'm just kind of going all over my face, or my nose likes to break off the makeup, so I'm going to be covering my nose quite a bit. I'm not really big into nose contouring, not really my thing, but any place that I know that I will break coverage is this place that I'm going to add this loose powder. So if I'm feeling like I know I'm going to, you know, it might be a chance I'll have some kind of breakage there. So I really like this. I'm actually really surprised, especially the price. It's like $6. I want to say it's like $5.96. And I'm really surprised that this stuff works so good. I'm really big on the smell, but I can get past that. I wasn't expecting it to feel so nice. This stuff versus the Laura Mercier that I normally use, I might use this over that, because not only is it a lot cheaper, I think the Laura Mercier is like $30+, so it's quite expensive. And this one comes like, it even comes with more product to have it over there. But yeah, I really like this one. Definitely a keeper. Thanks, Tati. I don't know if you watched my favorites video from 2017, but if you haven't, go check that out. I'll link the video below. This product I'm going to be using is an Amazon product, and it's so extremely soft. I raved about this brush in the last video. I'm actually going to be using it to sweep off any of the powder. It's great for under eyes also. I just love using it on my face because it's so freaking soft. Brush set. I have two different ones, and this is by Big and Small. This is the face tapered brush. So this is what they look like. I would definitely check these out. They're a lot cheaper than actually the Morphe brushes. I know that a lot of people like Morphe brushes, and I have a lot of Morphe brushes, and they're good. But you know, these are cheaper, and I feel like these are better. So a little bit about me is I am 25 years old. I have one son, and I'm married. I just got married last year in March, and we had a really small wedding. this really big place. If I had to do it over again, I probably would pick a lot smaller of a place, but really in Texas, weddings are so expensive. People don't care so much about how many people are coming to your wedding. They give you a rental cost for the venue, and you pretty much have to pay that regardless. When you're getting married, it's so stressful. I definitely would not want to relive that again. And if I did, I hope I would be able to afford to have someone just take care of everything for me, because literally getting married is the most stressful thing I think I've ever done. And it was like, all in all, it was a very awesome experience, but I just feel like the process to get there was, it was just a nightmare. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. It's horrible. So what I'm using now is the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish powder. I actually got this idea from Jaclyn Hill, and you're gonna hear her a zillion times in this video because I love Jaclyn Hill so much. I feel like she's so sweet. She's just a giving person, and I think she doesn't get enough credit for, for what she does. When she did her Christmas giveaways and all that kind of stuff, I entered them every time, and even if I didn't win, and I know that they were legit, because I just feel like, I don't know, for some reason, like when you start watching people, you feel so connected to them, like you know them but you don't know them. So I really liked her. I think she's a really great influencer. She's really, I look up to her so much. She's so sweet. Definitely one of my goals is to meet her. So what I'm doing with this powder is I'm pretty much just pressing it all over my face. And the reason I'm doing this is because I like a really dewy look, and this gives me that. I don't really like to have a full-on highlight. Something I did find from Hush that was a really good highlight that I was so surprised. It's kind of looks like they're the iconic drops that they come out with now, and this is called the 3D Highlighter Liquid Glow and Beauty Glazed. And they're liquid drops, so when you put it on, I'm going to show you. Now, I'm not really big into a highlighter like this, so take into consideration that this is not something that I would probably use. But you put like one little dot to let it draw up. So it's one dot there. And whenever you mix it in, it's like, that's like Tin Man. I'm gonna leave that there for a second. I'll show you what it looks like when it's dry. It's a 3D highlighter glow, and mine is in the shade Pearl. And they come in a few different shades, I think. So really good, affordable highlighter that you could use. It's so pretty. Just a flash of it. I'm not really into a highlighter like that. I'm more into something like this. So maybe you might like that instead. So speaking of Hush, and why I was drawn to them immediately was because I've been really into eyeshadow palettes recently, but the cost of eyeshadow palettes now have gotten so substantial, especially when you look at the Huda Beauty palettes and all these other ones, and I can't afford to go buy all these palettes. So I was trying to find a palette that would mimic those, or good dupes. I watched a video from Laura Lee, and she did a lot of really good dupes. This is a company that's fairly new. As you can tell, this one, you'll immediately recognize this one. This is the dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. This one's really good. I like this one a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch some of them for you. Some of these swatches I'm going to do live, but I do have pictures where I swatch the entire palette. But I want to show you the consistency of them, so that way you can see, what they look like. Now, here's that highlighter that I had on from before. So this is one shade. Now, I'm pressing this down, and you can see it's on there. It's pretty. It takes a few strokes to get those. This is Tease, and this is the Aphrodite palette. It's pretty good, but I will say there's a lot of fallout. And you can't really even see it's on there. You can see it's on there, but I don't know if that even makes sense. But I'm just looking at it now, and I just feel like, this was really good. I think this is worth the money. This one, I'm just kind of stuck on. I don't think I like that one too much. A lot of shimmer shades down here, and swatching those ones, I'm gonna swatch Beauty real quick, and this one I'm gonna put right here. Now that one, it was a little patchy at the end, but what I learned when I was swatching this, and this is really when it comes to swatches, I feel like swatches can be very deceiving. So there is a color Beauty in this palette. I really, really love the colors. I watched a video where a girl had did a side-by-side of all of the colors and paired it with the Huda Beauty, and it looks exactly the same. She did one half Huda Beauty and the other one with the Aphrodite palette. So this is a really, really good dupe for it. Like I said, I think this was about $12, $14 maybe. And for this kind of quality, I think that's worth the money. Not all the shades are going to be up there in quality, but I think that's a good turnout, you know, payoff amount for, you know, what you're getting. So that's just a little sneak peek. I will have a whole video dedicated to this. That's just one of the palettes. There's a lot of palettes. They've done a lot of Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes that they've redone. So the pigment, everything, it looks like it could be the exact same. So I have not quite opened this one yet. This is the W7 Strobe Time. This is a highlighter palette. It contains 4 shimmering powders to create the ultimate strobing glow. So there's the strobe, the bronzer, the blusher, and the highlighter. So there's 4 different colors in here. Apparently they all do different things. And it looks like this. This one right there is the blush, the bronzer, strobe, and this is the highlight. So I've never swatched this one, so I'm kind of interested to see. It's not super creamy. Whenever you swatch it, it's a buttery consistency, so I'm like constantly trying to reach in there. I'm gonna go and swatch this one. I think that's a no. I mean, you can barely even see it's on there, so this is probably something kind of like what I have on right now for the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish powder. But even for the blush, I'm like really going to town, and I just feel like, yeah, I wouldn't get this one. I mean, I put a blush on there. You probably can't even see where I put it, but it's right there. I don't know. I really don't like it. I don't think this was worth. I shouldn't even have gotten this. I don't like how everything is all shimmery. But I put this is the bronzer right underneath it, and you know, I don't even know if you can tell the colors are in there, but very little pigment and not much payoff, so I think this is definitely a no-go. This is the back of it. I did use this one yesterday. This is the Nabu. This is the Nabi baked eyeshadow, and this is the color grays, and you open it up and it looks like it's really gonna be great. You open it up and it looks like this. And this is a really, really cute pod. I love colors like this. Definitely a cute little smoky eye that you could make. Like every time I would just dig my brush in there and then nothing would come off. And I don't like colors like that. And there's so much fallout, it was unreal. But here's some of the colors. This palette didn't really work for me. I felt like this palette was super, super patchy, a lot of fallout, and I just don't think it was overall worth it. I probably won't be using this again. I'll probably re-gift it to somebody. I've only used this one time, and it looks like it's been through hell. Well, I'm kind of going through crappy products I got from Hush. There are a lot of good ones, but this one was really, really bad too. This is the, I'm just gonna say Nabby. I have no idea how to actually pronounce it. It's a Get Gorgeous highlighting powder, and it looks like this. And it's really, really hard to find a highlighter that's good for me, but this one I really just don't like. I will not use it again. I'm gonna skip contour today because I'm not really feeling that. I'm just gonna be making dinner. I obviously just got a shower a little while ago, so I'm just kind of feeling, you know, being at home and, you know, doing whatever. So I'm gonna use the Cheek Parade by Benefit, and I love these powders. I just think they're so, so nice. I'm very, very fair, so it's hard to find a bronzer that won't make me look like I'm super muddy. Favorite beauty influencers are Tati. Tati's one of my favorites because she speaks the truth, and I feel like she's so genuine. She's one of those people where when you watch her, she's just so pretty, and I don't know, I kind of have like a girl crush on her. I'm not like that at all. I think she's so beautiful, and I would love to meet her also. Jaclyn Hill and Tati I look up to them a lot. Tati has a great work ethic, and she posts 5 videos a week. You know, last week I kind of slacked off a little bit because, you know, I was with my family last week, and I thought, oh, I got it. You know, I can bring my filming equipment with me, and it'll be fine. But, you know, the moment I saw my family, I just kind of got swept into it, and I didn't even think, you know, I didn't plan it out well enough, and so that's why I didn't post last week, because I didn't plan like I was supposed to. But Tati on Snapchat a lot, and she's had family come in, and she's had things go on, and she still continues to post, and I admire that about her. She's so determined, and I love that. Jaclyn is like my spirit animal, because I feel like Jaclyn is so, I mean, she cares so much what other people think, but she's such a good person. You'll notice whoever I talk about like they're the best person on the planet. I try to only watch people that I think are truly genuine. I'm gonna add a little bit more bronzer with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm just a little intrigued to see how this works. I probably should have tried this before I went in with my Benefit, but I'm just naturally going to the Benefit one because it's my go-to every day. Tati recommended this one, so did Jaclyn Hill. I automatically already love the smell of this stuff. It smells like coconut heaven and vacation, and I'm all for that. That's what my Benefit one smells like. Except for, I would say this one's a little bit stronger in smell. And I noticed that it came with this like weird putty, I mean, you know, silicone little brush. I don't even think this would work. I don't know. I don't even want to try it, but it's weird. That will probably stay in the little compartment down here. So I like the idea of it. I just don't like it. And I just realized there's a mirror over here too. So that's really cool. Alright, so some of the Hush palettes that I found, I'm just kind of going to do a sneak peek of it because it's not really what this video is about. This is one of the palettes right here. You'll recognize this one. This one right here. Palette. This one right here. Right there. This one. And of course you have this one. I just got this one. And then you have this one, Aphrodite palette, Huda Beauty. And I have a few other ones. Like I said, the color payout of some of them are not so great, but I'm actually going to try and create a look today. I'm using one of these palettes, so let's see which palettes. For today's eye look, I'm going to use this Retro Love palette. Again, here's another peek of it. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, one of her palettes that she has. Going to be creating a look with this, and you'll actually be seeing how much fallout actually it has. Alright, so the first color I'm going to go in is with this peachy shade right here. It is called Peach. If you notice, whenever I do my eyeshadow, I actually hold it really close to the brush, which you're actually not supposed to do. You're supposed to hold it back here. But I just feel so like floppy. I mean, I don't know. So this color initially, I would say, has decent amount of color. I mean, you can see it on there a little bit, but I just feel like it's not really doing much for me. I'm having to add a lot of it just to put my transition shade in, so it's not really having a lot of pigment. The next color I'm going to grab is Rock and Roll right here in the corner. So back to before, I have a 5-year-old son. He is going to be starting school this year, which is extremely exciting. I'm super excited for him to finally be starting school. I feel like now that he's going to school, it would be a good time to maybe have another child. So I'm really excited to see where, you know, everything goes, how this takes us. With everything going on, you know, I'm gonna try and do that. If you notice, I have 2 really bad habits: putting my hand on my face and also getting so close to the brush. You know, really light hand when it comes to eyeshadow, which I go very softly, but it's just that for some reason I've gotten so used to having it up here, which if I have it back here, I guess it isn't that much different, but to me, I just feel like I don't know. I don't use a very hard hand, so I'm just going in very softly and trying to just blend, blend, blend. Now this color does have really good payout. I'm actually really surprised, and this is the color Rock and Roll. So if you're wondering what I'm doing and why there's so much blending going on, I'm basically just going in with that color Rock and Roll, and I'm just kind of going in and kind of going into my desired red. I'm a huge red person, and I love reds. I'm just gonna keep going in until I can get it to the color that I want. Robert and I are really, really hoping for a girl. Well, if you ask me, I'm hoping for a girl. And we want to name her Caroline, and then of course if we have a boy, Robert's the third, so he'll be the fourth. I'm gonna now go into this nostalgic shade. It's kind of like a purpley color. Okay, so far with this purple shade, I'm noticing quite a bit of fallout, which you can expect with most darker colors. So if you're kind of wondering what I'm looking at, I've got a mirror right below the camera here, so. I did not put down any translucent powder, so it's already starting to collect underneath my eyes and making it look like I have kind of a black eye. I'm gonna put under a setting powder so it will collect a little bit of that. I should have done that initially from the beginning, but I didn't.